What's happening? It's Chris Hall here. You are now tuned into the Chris Hall Show. I need everybody within the sound of my voice to follow me on Instagram at ChrisHallATL. Hit the link in the bio. That's going to get you over to my YouTube channel where all this content lives. I need you to hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content. Why not? It's free. You don't have to pay for it. Everybody loves free. Come on, man. What's going on, y'all? This is wine. Pinot Grigio to be exact. How y'all doing? It's been a minute since I done seen y'all. Had some good shows last week. Content is now up on the YouTubes. Like I said, click the link in my bio, hit that YouTube link, slide over there and watch it after this live, of course, because this is something that you want to see. So we're in Hotlanta. It's back to Hotlanta now. It's pretty hot out here. What's the weather like over there? It's hot as hell over here. It has been hot for the past couple days. And I will say this, the Negras is out. Oh yeah, when the sun comes out, folk get to shooting. I don't know if y'all have a Ring doorbell. When you got the Ring doorbell, you get all the alerts to scare the shit out of you as you lay in bed and you don't hear nothing, but seemingly your neighbors hear AR-15s ringing off throughout the night just to scare your black ass. That's up be nerve-wracking, man. Y'all are out there wilding. I mean wilding. Y'all need to relax. You need to relax. I feel like us as men need to learn some conflict resolution. Us as men, we also need to learn how to de-escalate situations. I'll give you a story. Now, there's a Quick Trip by my home. It's for all those who know where it's at. It's an active Quick Trip. Y'all know Quick Trip is pretty popular in Atlanta. A lot of people get gas there. It's usually the cheapest gas and has the most pumps, right? So I get to the gas station. Now, have y'all ever been in a situation at a packed gas station to where one person is waiting on one side of the pump and you're waiting on the opposite side? Now, neither one of y'all can see each other, but both of y'all are waiting, right? So it just depends on how the person you're waiting for comes out of the pump, which determines who gets into that pump first, right? Wildest situations, right? So the dude ends up pulling forward. Now my pump is on my driver's side. I'm on this side. I don't know which way y'all looking at, but anywho, the side don't matter. Either way, I'm pulled forward to pull backwards into the pump. Someone else pulls right in, right? So similar to waiting for a parking space, this situation can escalate because it's like, remember back in school, nobody want to be skipped. Even a back skip was semi-disrespectful. So he pulls into the parking, I'm talking about parking. He pulls into the pump, about to get out of his car and pump. So I have a decision to make at this point. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when my parking space or my pump something gets taken or I get skipped, your blood pressure automatically starts to rise. Is that just me or am I tripping? I don't know. My blood pressure starts, I'm like, damn, I wanted today to start off as a good day. This can go left. So I roll my window down because as a man, I got to say something or it's gonna bother me all day. Roll my window down, I say, hey boss, now it's a white guy, not that color matters at this point, it's a man and a man, period. But either who, I say, hey, I was waiting for that spot. He politely says, well, I was waiting for that spot too. So at this point, a man has a decision to make. You can choose one or two options. Now, it is fair that both of you were waiting for that spot. That can very well be true, but you know that you were waiting, so you feel like you're deserving of that spot. So you can do one or two things. One thing you could do is say, I could give two fucks that you were waiting on this spot. Get your silly ass about this spot before I beat your motherfucking ass. That's what you could say. You could do that. But where does that lead you? Where does that lead? Because it can only go up from there. So instead, being a cool, calm, and collective person like myself, I accepted his answer because I let him choose where he wanted to take it first, and it didn't sound like he wanted no smoke. He was just honestly stating his case. He was waiting as well. So if I take the space or the pump, I would now be disrespecting him. So something has to happen at this point. So I choose the high road and I say, hey, you know what? Go ahead and take the pump, my friend. I'll go to the next pump because it's not a big deal. I go to the next pump. I get to pumping my gas. I'm about to go inside. I go inside. I come outside. He comes outside. He comes over, right? He comes over to me and says, hey, man, I respect how you handled that situation. And he gave me some money for coffee. Now, some people who are hot-headed may also be disrespected by a man giving them a couple dollars as if they broke, right? But guess what? Then and still, I said, you know what? Thank you. I took that $3, put it in my pocket, and I use it at a later date. So I say that to say this. Fellas, learn some de-escalation tactics, man. A man and his ego will put you in the grave. Most of these black men getting shot out here is usually over a disagreement of some sort. It's all not gang related. These are disagreements at parties. I just seen on the news the other day, there was a party of like almost 100 people. Somebody comes out there and just shoots it up. A beautiful young lady gets shot and died because of it. Y'all niggas can't even shoot who you're intended to shoot. Because y'all ain't no killers. You're just shooters. You're just shooting around. You're letting off the anger with these firearms. And you have us look like animals. People are going to look at me the same way they look at you because of your actions. I'm a cool, calm, and collective individual. I don't need to prove my manhood to every man that I come across. Y'all need to learn that. Everyone's not trying to disrespect you. Sometimes they're just trying to get, like the guy, plead their case, but you take it as disrespect. And it's even some of these times, nobody's even watching. So even if you did feel like you got disrespected, when usually it's not the case, who's to know? No one knows until you start ringing off shots. So watch out for that Ring doorbell stuff, man. That stuff is scary. I'm telling you. I mean, it is ridiculous. Y'all always hearing gunshots, man. Sometimes it be fireworks. But in Atlanta, it's gunshots. Anywho, so another story time. I'm full of story times today. But look, buckle up your seatbelts today. Drop something in the comment section. I'm answering questions. I'm doing it all today. I am with the shits. Story time. It's a very eventful weekend to say the least. I went to an establishment called the Cigar Bar. I've been there once before. It was light. This time it was kind of turned up. I like it. Minus the cigar smoke, it's actually a nice establishment. The waitresses, they're dressed up in nice red dresses. I mean, I like it. I definitely prefer a nice dress than some type of fishnet tights serving me my drinks, my cigars, and my food. I enjoyed it 100%. So I go with some friends of mine. I got there fashionably late. There were no seats available at the table that they had already had. So I thought I was big dog on campus. We decided to get a section, right? Get a section, get this big ass bottle of Hennessy like we don't have no goddamn sense. Get this bottle of Hennessy. Now, we're having a good time. We're drinking, smoking cigars, exchanging stories, laughing it up. It gets to a point to where, okay, I don't want to drink no more Hennessy. It is just too much. We need some assistance. So what do? I go scurrying the club for some young ladies to help me drink this Hennessy. I don't want to drink it all. I come across, I'm going to describe her. It's a dark-skinned chick, about 5'6", nice frame, nice hair, looks very put together. Her homegirl was a little bit heavier, my standards, but she had a beautiful smile and very cute dimples. I like dimples. It's very nice. So I come up to her, I say, hey, young lady, how are y'all doing? They're standing at this point. They don't have a seat. I think one was sitting down, the other one was standing up. So I tell them, hey, look, I got a section over here. We seem to have an abundance of Hennessy that we need some assistance in drinking. He says, oh, I would love a drink. Show me where the section is. I walked them over to the section, pour them a drink. We're chilling. Homegirl sitting down. I'm talking to the dark-skinned one. And we're talking. Everything's fine. Don't ask me how, but the topic of Kevin Samuels comes up. You know who that is? You might know him, you might not. Who knows? The topic of Kevin Samuels comes up, and this woman's whole demeanor changes. She says immediately, fuck Kevin Samuels. I said, oh shit. You were feminine a second ago when I mentioned Kevin Samuels, or I don't know who said it. Your demeanor and voice change. You damn near turned into a grown-ass man. I said, wait a minute. Why are you so aggressive for someone you don't even know? I'm doing my voice like that. I ain't listening to some deadbeat dad telling me what I'm supposed to do. I said, damn, is that right? I said, wow. I said, man, that's a crazy attitude. Why do you feel that way? I said, women who no one can tell them anything. I mean, you might be single for a long time like that. She gets upset, right? She gets upset so much to where she storms off. Now, remember, this young lady is accompanied by her friend. Her friend's sitting down, listening to all of this. I was talking to her friend. Her friend says she doesn't care either way. She's neutral about it. He says some good things I agree with, some things I disagree with, whatever, right? Still with a smile on her face, beautiful dimples, man, I'm telling you. Great personality. Friend leaves, she stays. I continue talking to her, we have a good time, and I asked her, I said, man, that is mighty noble of you to not, because usually women stick together no matter what, right or wrong. She actually says, you know, I don't have any problem with Kevin Samuels, and I apologize for the actions of my friend. That is not a reflection of me. I said, well, goddamn. This just goes to show you that no matter how you look on the exterior, if your interior, if that soul ain't cleansed to where that personality shines through, your looks can only get you so far. Yes, looks matter to men, but that shit is intolerable. I walk the young lady outside, make sure she got to her car safe and sound. I see her homegirl with her arms folded, just pouting. Pouting. I said, damn. I said, what's up? You know me, I always like poking the bear. So I'm like, hey, sweetheart, what's going on? Can I get a hug goodbye? She like, And she did one of those. Y'all ever asked me to do a She did a I ain't seen one of those since the movies. You know, somebody splash a drink in your face and go walk off. I said, damn, that was so crazy to me. And I really commend that. Young lady, if you're watching this video somewhere in the world, man, I commend you. You will go very far. If you're single, I'm not 100% sure. If you are single, you will go far with that attitude, no matter what. Because that was dope. Ladies, y'all need to hold y'all friends more accountable. When you see them out disrespecting a grown man, especially another black man, you need to check your friend. Don't let me check her, because it gets ugly at that point. You should stop me and say, hold on, sir. Let me take my friend in the bathroom. Let me have a talk with her. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you know how many times I pulled my male friends to the side and told them their wrongdoings? I give my friends a mental beating on the regular, and vice versa. Whenever I'm fucking up, they pull me to the side and tell me I'm fucking up. You don't allow your friend to be fucking up and acting a total ass out in public just because that's your friend and you ride with your homegirl. We not doing that. That stuff would get perpetuated around, and she'll continuously do it and never get herself checked. You think she went home and think that she did something wrong? She think it's me. I'm 100% sure of that. If there was a higher percentage than 100, I'm gonna take that one. Check your friends. Anywho, into the show. The show today is, do women want to be ranked? Do you want to be ranked? Do you want to be judged? Being judged has a negative connotation to it. We're judged in a lot of things. Remember, only God can judge me now. I mean, you're judged when you go to court. Hopefully y'all don't have to face, hopefully y'all aren't judged by 12 of your peers. That'll suck. Don't want to be in that situation, but you're still being judged. So question we have is, how do men rank women, right? How do men rank women? Rank women on face, hair, eyes, lips, physique. Now, this part, the physique part, is subjective, along with the facial features and things like that. All those are subjective to an extent, but we still have to have some type of baseline. So hair, natural looking hair. So meaning that we don't want to see you with purple hair, okay? There is no human being on God's green earth that can grow purple hair naturally. I get it. A lot of y'all try to express yourselves through art on your body, meaning tattoos, hairstyles, makeup, things of that nature. Let's not get to the extreme when we're starting to get purple, pink, all type of ridiculous colors that we know are not real. We know it's not real. I understand you do these things for yourself. I'm just telling you how we rank you, because whether you like it or not, you will be ranked. So, oh, the mouse ain't working. Here we go. Yeah, natural looking hair, natural colors. A bob or longer is preferred. If you do want to get the shortcut, if you want to go Amber Rose on them, you're going to have to overcompensate on the physique at that point. And To me and the guys that I've spoke to, you're going to have to be willing to wear some wigs every now and again. Because listen, remember, I forgot to say this earlier. Y'all know the routine on the Chris Hall Show. Make sure you take your 1,000 milligrams. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So if you got short hair and you don't have problems getting men and getting married and things like that, then don't worry about it. It's not for you. You're gonna have to be able to wear some wigs, switch it up. That'll be pretty cool, do you ask me? It's almost like you're dating different people. That's exciting. That's cool. Eyes. We like captivating eyes. Can you grab me with only your eyes from across the room? That allows me to like float over boop, and engage in conversation with you? Do you ladies know how to flirt with eyes alone? Do you know how to do that? That's really all it takes. A lot of you women tell me guys don't approach me, I look intimidating, and they say I'm intimidating, You got a resting bitch face on. Why would I want to approach a saber-toothed tiger? Does that make sense? And I get it. You don't want to look stupid by sitting there smiling all over the place. I'm talking about have a pleasant demeanor. When you do see someone that you like, call them over with your eyes. And guess what? He might not be interested. So what? Nobody's seen you looking at him. Nobody's seen it. You don't have to feel rejection. I know rejection is tough for y'all because you're not used to it, which is why we're going to talk about this today. Flirt, ladies. Come on, man. A closed mouth don't get fed, but you can still use them eyes. The toughest part, physique. I'm not going to say weight because we know muscle and fat and BMI and this, that, and the third. I'm just going to say physique. Y'all know what it looks like, okay? I had a conversation with a female friend of mine. We went back and forth for a while. So I told her, you know what? I'm just going to use physique then. She kept on sending me these fitness influencers that you know I follow and that I work with. And I said, all right, physique, okay? I'm off it. It changes with height and body type as far as weight is concerned. So I said, all right, cool. Let's go straight to hip to waist ratio, okay? That is important. Does your stomach stick out more than your ass do? Okay? That's what they used to call booty do back in my days. Your stomach stick out more than your booty do. Y'all remember that? I don't know if that's a regional thing or what. But off the physical for a second, your attitude. Your attitude, like I said, takes you a long way. No matter how fine you are, if your attitude is shit, we will not put up with it for long. Some of us will put up with it to have sex with you. We will. We will put up with a shitty attitude for a specific amount of time just to have sex with you to see if all this bullshit was worth it. Now, I will say this. It is my belief that fellas, listen to this. This is a good one. A bad attitude don't deserve no dick. Let that marinate. Fellas, a bad attitude don't deserve no dick. I mean, at all. They don't deserve it. If you keep on rewarding women for bad behavior, when will they ever change? When will they ever change? And listen, I had to learn that as well because I was one of those guys who would deal with a bad attitude either just because the sex was good or just to have it. Okay? Y'all have to realize that there are other women out there with positive attitudes who, if that's what you're wanting to get, sex from a woman, they deserve dick. Women have no problem saying that broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. Well, bad attitude don't deserve no dick. This is why you get a lot of women coming on these shows and they're with these bad attitudes saying they don't have no problem picking up men. Because you idiots are continuously blowing their back outs for nothing. Nothing. They don't deserve it. They have not worked for it. Don't give it to them. And I'm sure you're gonna get it from somewhere. Everyone doesn't listen to my show. Everyone hasn't got that third eye, a little bit woke. Are you cooperative, ladies? Are you agreeable? Cooperative and agreeable doesn't mean a slave, y'all. Listen close. Cooperative and agreeable does not make you a slave. You have your freedoms, you have an opinion. Do not get cooperative and agreeable and submissive mixed up with slavery, okay? Those three things seem like a four-letter word to y'all. And that's usually the women who don't like one or all three of those are the ones who are not one or all three of those. Duh. Are you easy to work with? Are you easy to date? In this day and age in 2021, it is so difficult just to date. Everyone has these wild ass schedules. And I'm gonna be honest, ladies, I'm not about to be running all around your schedule, trying my best to see you. There's somebody else who has no problem seeing me, who have a desire to see a man, okay? I'm not about to wait until, the end of August when you're free. Have you lost your mind? Fellas, don't be waiting all around for somebody. No, you can keep it on the team, but continue your journey, okay? And let the cards fall as they may. These women have these extremely complicated schedules, man. That's a huge turnoff. It means that you're just not ready to date. Kids or no kids? Oh yeah, let's talk about them babies. Whether you know it or not, or whether you like it or not, a man can have a kid or two and still want a woman for his wife with no kids. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you how the rules go. That's all I'm doing. Regardless of the circumstances, a woman with no kids has the upper hand compared to a woman with kids. Let me say that again. A woman without kids has the upper hand for a woman with kids. I would think by now y'all understand that. Us men figured that that's common sense. A woman without kids, like I was saying before about the whole complicated schedules, that makes us seeing you more difficult. Makes us seeing you a little bit more difficult. Now, if you have kids, I want to clear one thing up. If you do have kids, this doesn't mean that your life is over, so you might as well give up. No, this means that you have to try extra harder, or you have to try harder. You have to try harder than the woman without kids, okay? Because the woman without kids may be a little bit lazy because she has no kids, thinks she has the leverage. You have to blow past her. You have to blow past her. Mind you, I'm talking to women who want a man, okay? If you don't want a man, and INDEPENDENT, do you know it? I'm not talking to you. Stay independent, have fun. See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't mean all is lost. It just means you have to work a little bit harder than the average woman with no kids. And there's nothing wrong with that. Aren't you a hard worker? Are you? You will have to make sure that all that I mentioned above is up to par. All those things that men judge women on, it's going to have to be to a T. No excuses. You will have to have a ready and available childcare, somebody to keep your son or daughter or children so you can date. Okay? I get it. If you have a 4-year-old, are you telling me that you're going to wait till they're 18 to start dating? At that point, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage because now you're going to be like 38 looking for guys your age. And at that point, guys your age are looking for girls that were your age when you first started having the kids. Think about it. Mind you, again, I'm not saying that because you're 38, you're not going to find nobody either. But these things put you at a disadvantage. Okay? It puts you at an extreme disadvantage. So I implore you to start sooner. Get you a babysitter immediately. Okay? This will let this man know that you are available for dating. Okay? Speaking of available for dating, story time. I got this one girl's number one time, and I got on the phone with her, and we had one of our first phone conversations. When we had this conversation, just cut me off a little bit. You know, we just met. She doesn't know how I talk. She may not talk to a lot of men. I don't know, but we're talking. Now, when I talk to a woman, I get deep immediately. I need to figure out where your mindset is and why are you here. Fellas, listen to me closely. Listen to me closely. You asking a woman what's her intentions from the jump should not be rare. This should be something you should ask. Okay, this is somebody coming into your space that you're allowing to receive your energy, your time, your resources, your provisions. You need to ask them from jump, do you want kids? Are you trying to get married? Or are you just fucking around? Listen, in all three of those, no problem. Most men have space for whatever you're trying to do, for the most part. But you need to know, what is she trying to do? I ask these girls these pertinent questions. She's like, whoa, that's a lot for a Tuesday. I'm like, it's a lot. I mean, miss, what you want me to ask you? What's your favorite color? Who's your top 5 dead or alive? Is that what you want me to ask? Stupid ass boy questions like that? I'm a grown ass man. I'm going to ask you men questions, okay? That's what I'm going to do. So a woman who thinks that that's too much to be asking, fellas, that's somebody that you should let go. You know who's calling? Hello? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's the deal? Hey, Chris, this your Streets. Hey, what's going on, Streets? Hey, that girl you talking to? Yeah, we need her back. 10-4, Streets. Click. Give her back to the streets. She's not prepared for what you have. She's not picking up what you putting down. Gone. Anyway, got off topic. So, yeah, men, we are not waiting around for weeks until your baby daddy finally decides to pick the little knucklehead up. We're not waiting all that time. We don't have time for that. Now the question is, ladies, do women like this? Do y'all like this? Is this fair? Everything I'm saying, is this fair or y'all don't like it? You not like it? I know you don't. Far too many times I hear beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. This is somewhat true, but not all encompassing. It is my opinion that usually women who don't measure up to these standards are the ones with the problem. Let me say that again. Women who don't measure up to the standards are the ones with the problem with the standards. You're not going to change a man, ladies. However you feel about stuff, you're not going to change them. Not the ones that you're looking for, okay? And think about it, ladies. If the rankings don't matter, right? If looks don't matter, y'all are too shallow, I mean, whatever, then what does this say about the women who do measure up? The women who have worked on themselves, the women who's went to therapy, the women who have accountability, the women who are in the gym. The women who are damn near fitness influencers, they're in the gym so much, who enjoy going to a gym, who like looking good, who have grown their hair, taken care of their hair, their self, their skin, who have done all the work to be the best version of themselves. What are you ladies telling them at this point? You're telling them that y'all are silly for doing all this fucking work because I can just get any man looking just like this. So why y'all doing all this work? Have y'all thought about that? What are you telling the women who have done the work by poo-pooing the rankings? What are you doing? Should they not have worked that hard to meet these standards? For what? Why'd y'all work that hard? If that's the case, for what? I mean, think about it. If a position at your job requires a master's degree, why should somebody with a 9th grade education be able to come through and take that job position that you were applying for? You went to school to get your master's for this job position. Somebody with a 9th grade education got the job. Sounds a little different when you put it into that perspective. I like to put a lot of things in perspective to work because all y'all ladies are out there chasing the bag, right? It's all about the bag. So that's why I like to put things in perspective like that, because I feel like y'all understand it more. There's a huge issue with an optimism of women. This "it can happen" notion. I hear a lot of women, whenever I talk to them about certain things, they're like, oh, I mean, it can happen. I know a girl, I know a dude who likes this, I know this, that, and the third. Just because it can happen doesn't mean it will. Do you want to live your romantic life on a prayer? Sometimes literally? Do you live by the mantra of God will bring me? I have a female friend who says that God will just bring me a man. Really? He's taking his sweet time. The Bible says in James 2:20, faith without work is dead. I'm only using that for the Bible thumpers. I ain't no evangelist. You hear me? Okay? That's just the word. I'm giving you the word. You said God will bring me. Well, faith without work is dead. So what are you doing? You still have to work to get a man. You can't just get on them knees and pray to God to bring you a man and still go out there and do whatever the hell you want to do. Whatever you're doing ain't working. Whatever you're doing isn't working. Let's have some laser focus and look at some of the things. Like I said, get that dry eraser board. Look at some of my videos. Take heed to it. Why not? Nothing else has been working. Like I said, get into these man spaces and see what men want. Okay? Women judging themselves. Are y'all judging yourself accordingly? Have you thought about that? Are you judging yourself accordingly? When you're in control of your own judgment and ranking, one could say that it's going to be coming from a biased opinion, correct? I would think that's definitely coming from a biased opinion. So, this is going to sting a little bit. This may hurt. But if you watch my show, you know I keep it real and I tell it how it is. And always make sure you take your 1,000 milligrams of if it don't apply, let it fly. Everyone is not beautiful. Let that marinate. Everyone is not beautiful. On the inside or on the outside. You can be one or the other, both, or neither. We can't help how we were made physically, but you can definitely have control of some of those other things that I mentioned earlier in the show. This is harsh but true. Men understand the differences, whereas women are been told this for decades, that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Everyone is beautiful, big and bold. And all right, you big and bold, I'm broken bold. You gonna date me? I'm broken bold. What you mean? Broke is in the eyes of the beholder. My spirit is rich. You don't think about that, do you? I was watching, funny enough, I was watching in Kevin Samuels' show the other day, and there was a young lady on there in her early 20s to where she was upset about BMI and how men judge women. And Kevin Samuels said, well, y'all have no problems judging a man on his income. Y'all poo-poo at an average man. And you know what this young lady said, fresh out of college? This young lady said, well, who wants to date an average man? I said, well, goddamn. Is that not some shit? Talk about the pot calling the kettle black and contradicting yourself to oblivion. And she said this with a straight face, y'all. I mean, a straight face, as if this was something to do. I said, damn. I said, that's crazy. Oh, what my thing went. I said, yo, that's crazy. Straight face. Y'all have no problems judging us. No problems. At all. At all. You'll be hard pressed to find a woman who judges herself below a 7. Usually most of y'all go to 7 because that's like right in the middle. It's not, you still almost an 8. You ain't a 5. You ain't no 6. 7 is like a sweet spot for y'all to rate yourselves, and you let other people maybe put you up or down. You'll be very hard pressed to find a woman rating herself any lower than a 7. My thing is, when did average become such a bad thing? What's wrong with being an average person? What's wrong with being an average man, an average woman? Average people get average people. And y'all create kids, get a dog, buy a house, get married, and everyone's just fine. But for some odd reason, there's some negative connotations on being average and getting average. I was average in high school. I barely graduated. That is average. I got the same diploma everybody else got, being average. But the people who were above average got accepted into Ivy League schools, prestigious universities. My silly ass had to go to community college and work a little bit harder because I was average. And I knew that. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? Nothing to be ashamed of. I was also watching Kevin Samuels' show one time, and there was this girl who I would say did not measure up to some of those things that we were mentioning up above earlier in the show. She also did not like the ranking system. She didn't like it. Like I said earlier, usually it's people who don't measure up to the ranking system who don't like the ranking system. He asked her, well, do you believe that Gabby Sidibe could win Miss America? Do you know what this young lady says? I think anybody can win Miss America if they put their mind to it. The delusion. The delusion. We had beauty pageants back in the day. Miss America and stuff like that is one of the last living pageants where you're judged on your physical appearance that I know about. If y'all know anything, drop it off in a comment or something like that. When did average become a problem? You expect the average earning man to get an average woman, don't you? So why you, the average woman, do you expect to get an exceptional man? Why is that? What, like I said earlier, what are you telling to the women who are above average? That, hey, miss, I'm on your level, we can get the same man. That's what you're telling her. You don't think she's offended by that? Oh no, you ladies just gonna go hand in hand and sing Kumbaya. Women have no problem judging men and vocalizing what they want. 9-inch dick, tall, beard, chocolate, chiseled, abs, 6-figure nigga. The list goes on. And I guess due to the fact you think that men aren't necessarily emotional creatures, we're supposed to take it. But you, on the other hand, can judge yourself however you see fit. If you think you're a 10, you walk around the world being a 10. And the problem with that is you will always be disappointed with the outcomes because you are overranking yourself. If you happen to take a step back for a second and be like, damn, you know what? I'm a 6 right now. I'm about 200 pounds, and I believe I could lose some weight. Let me get in the gym to get a little bit healthier, and let me see if any of my outcomes change. I've been told by men that I seem to snap off a bit. I've always thought it was them. Let me attempt to change my attitude a little bit. Let me start to slow down, listen to people, and stop being so fast to comment. You guys need to listen. Mike, what up? You guys need to listen to understand. Don't listen to respond. That's a gem right there. Let me say it again. Ladies, you need to listen to understand. Don't listen to respond. There's so many women that I've talked to in my day that are not listening to men. You're just responding. You're just spewing all of your thoughts and opinions on this person, not giving two fucks of what this person is saying to you. Borderline narcissist. I follow a battle rapper by the name of Averb. Shout out to Averb. Y'all follow his page. He's a little bit more aggressive in his delivery than I am, but I do subscribe to some of his things. Now, he put on his page one day, fellas, what are some of the things that women can do to better themselves with their outcomes with men? Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. There's something to that nature. Like, what advice can we give women, pretty much? I put my comment, and then I started looking at all the comments. Ladies, listen and listen good. It was a resounding, shut the fuck up. It was a resounding. Even the women commented. And he put men only. Even some of the women put that. It was a resounding, shut up. You want me to be nice with it? Be quiet. You would be surprised. I'm gonna find a way to repost it and have y'all see it on my page. Almost every man put be quiet. Not respectfully. You're not listening. You're just responding, attacking, and it's not listen. Like I told y'all not slaves no more. You're free. Stop always having to fight and sing it on the motherfucking mountaintop. Relax. 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 You're no one's concubine. No one's trying to enslave you. No one's trying to rule you. I don't own a whip. Yet. But anyway, as I close, ladies, you have to understand that men want something. We're not just here for your enjoyment. We want something for what we're giving out. It's not just we're just fucking here and we just accept any woman that just comes to us. No. All women are different as far as your attitudes, your appearance, and things like that. So what do? We put those things on a scale, sometimes literally, and weigh it out. Take heed to this. Watch some of my videos. Follow some of these people. Hey, listen to Kevin Samuels with an open mind. Okay? There are plenty videos that he does that don't make social media. Go on YouTube and watch an entire show. Last story time before I really close. I was watching Kevin Samuels one day, and these clips won't, you're gonna only see the clips to where they're being contentious with each other because drama sells. So their Spirit World and World Star and this, that, and the third, they're not gonna show you this story I'm about to tell you. It was a woman who called, was married to her husband for 5 years. He decided he just didn't want to be married to her anymore. I never saw such compassion from a man to a woman, to where he almost literally consoled her on live on TV, telling her it'll be okay, and told him some of his personal stories on what he dealt with rejection from a woman, from his own personal life. Those videos you won't see. You're gonna only see the videos where he's calling women a bitch and this, that, and the third, and average at best, and all this other stuff. Watch a whole video. Stop watching shorts, okay? Y'all are lazy. That goes with everything. Go do some research. Stop being lazy. Y'all are watching clickbait 15-second videos that are completely out of context. Stop being lazy. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all tuning in. You know, this is the Chris Hall Show. We are on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live on IG. If you cannot make the live feed, mosey over to my YouTube page, subscribe, sit back, drink a glass of wine, and watch me talk my shit for at least an hour or so. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Chris Hall Show. Follow me at ChrisHallATL. Also, when you get there, click the link in the bio. That takes you to the YouTube page where all this content lives. See y'all next time.